Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the 100th episode of the BOOshakalaka podcast. My name is Tiffany, joined with Pierre.
My niece Talbot? My husband done did it to that child in the Shopwell parking lot. Lord, take me now.
Now you know Talbot. What I say, Sharice. Now, honey, now there are a lot of people.
My husband done did it to that child in the Shopwell parking lot. Lord, take me now.
I know it, but I don't know it. So we'll go with
Kingdom Come.
Oh no, I don't know it. Have I seen it? Yes.
Kingdom
Do
Come.
I remember anything about it?
Yes.
No. Well, for our 100th episode, we will be reviewing Kombat. The synopsis is 3 martial artists are forced to battle demonic adversaries in another dimension with the fate of the world hanging in the balance. I don't know if they were forced to do this because all 3 of them volunteered to go.
Oh, we'll go with maybe that's the best. I didn't like it. I don't like it.
But that's what happened. That's what happened. But we start out with the dream sequence.
Is it a dream sequence or are the events that actually happened? Basically,
I mean, it happened, but he's still dreaming.
Sean. No, it was Chan.
It's Chan.
It's Chan.
Yeah.
I thought that was too on the nose.
Heard of.
So
a character nobody's ever heard of before in their life.
As we know, Mortal Kombat is based on a video game. We start off with the dream sequence of Liu Kang's brother Chan getting killed by Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat, and he's like, "Oh, your brother's soul is mine. You're gonna be next." He wakes up sweaty and
soul is mine. That's how he said it.
He wakes up sweaty and half naked, with a Western Union talking about brother dead, come home.
That's Bob. We had a baby. It's a boy.
First name Bob, last name is We Had a Baby Eats a Boy.
If that ain't on the nose, maybe I don't know what it is. Let's get straight to the point. We ain't got time for all this. So
to the point, literally.
They're basically showing you why the main characters are coming to this tournament, and that's Liu Kang. He wants to avenge his brother's death. Okay, now we're entered into Sonya Blade, who is just the rudest cop in the world.
Why was nobody? If I'm in a club and I see a cop come in with their guns ablaze,
nobody was running
out of here.
Baby, the drugs and the music were too much. They said, I'm not leaving, so y'all gonna have to go around me. And they just, the cops are just bashing people with guns as they move in a straight line to try to find Kano. Why is she looking for Kano? He's an underground crime boss. He killed her partner. And they just have time.
Wait. Kano is talking to Shang Tsung. We find out that they work together. And we know that, like you said, Kano killed her partner. Kano says something like he wants to kill her, and Shang Tsung's like, no, you must not touch her. We need her to come to Mortal Kombat. But the first thing that happens at the club is one of Shang Tsung's henchmen tries to shoot her.
Yes.
I'm like, what do we want to do? Do we just want to wound her? Is it?
I didn't understand it. I noticed it as well, but we're gonna move past it.
Okay. All right. I mean,
so that's why Sonya is going to come to the tournament. Basically, Kano is going to lure her onto the boat because she wants, she wants to kill him. She wants revenge. Very unprofessional for a cop. So she just jumps on the boat without backup. But and literally her partner. But and then Johnny Cage. We're introduced to Johnny Cage. Everyone knows who Johnny Cage is. Well, in this movie, he is a Hollywood actor. He knows martial arts, but people think that he doesn't know martial arts. So
I don't understand.
So now Shang Tsung does give him a little nudge. He because he's on set doing the fighting thing, but he's also like a little actor brat. I don't like that. But anywho, Shang Tsung shapeshifts into a respected director, and he tells him about the tournament. It's like, hey, you win the tournament, it'll prove that you're a real martial artist. People will believe in you, and that's how he gets him to go. So these are the reasons that they're going to actually go to the tournament. Would it have worked on me? I don't know why the fuck you care. You're still rich. You're still a martial artist. Who cares if you're fake or real? Go kick their ass in real life. I don't know. Like, that's a weird motivation.
I mean, I guess he wanted maybe it's because he was white. Because, I mean, nobody ever says, oh, Jackie Chan is not a martial artist. Oh, Jet Li is not a martial artist. Bruce Lee is not a martial artist. So maybe, now I'm thinking about it, maybe that's why they said he's a fake. Johnny Cage, a fake. I would like to take a second to talk about made-up characters in this movie. What the hell is an Art Lean? And where do we know him from?
But you know what? They did this with the reboot Mortal Kombat too. Like, for a franchise that has like
150 players,
it's just very weird that they feel like they have to make somebody up. Use one of the people that you never put in the damn games. Like, you could have said Darius. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are other characters.
Where was
that could have been.
Okay, so but we have to keep in mind there had only been 2 Mortal Kombat games that had been released by the time this movie came out. There had only been 2, but they could have used Baraka. He's a character that they didn't talk to. They could have used.
Well, he was in the second one.
Right, but what I'm saying is this is the first movie. How did they know that they were going to get a sequel? I would have used everybody. I would have tried to use everybody. Like, I just thought it was really weird. But Art Lean is apparently a martial artist that is really popular, really good fighter, and Johnny knows who he is. And they dap it up and they get on the boat. And you mentioned Sonya getting on the boat, but let's just rewind just for 1 second. Sonya and Jax, the 2 cops, are surveying the premises. She sees Kano and starts running. Mm-hmm. Jax says, Sonya, don't get on that boat. Sonya, don't get on that boat. But she goes on this boat the same way she goes in that club with the guns ablaze. Like, what are you doing? I will kick you in your back of your knee. You know, that's my move. That's my finishing move. Jesus. The gun is everywhere. Like, I'm sick of her.
It's everywhere, and yet it's the last time we see it once we get on this.
Right, because I would have popped Shang Tsung in the head. She goes down to the galley or whatever. She runs into Shang Tsung, and Liu Kang and Johnny Cage follow her down there. Where's
why
Kano?
They were together, I don't understand.
She has no other vocabulary except for where's Kano. Shang Tsung is like, Sonya Blade. And she's like, wait, how do you know my name? I would have shot him right there. I've never seen you before in my life. What do you mean, Sonya Blade? Pow. But the 2 best characters, I don't care what anybody says. It was amazing. Scorpion turns Sonya's, we don't see the gun again because he turns that bitch into ice and breaks it. You forgot about them parts.
Yes.
He said, you're not going to be needing this gun. And then what is the thing that comes out of Scorpion's hand? Is it a bird?
Okay, I'm glad you asked. Thank you so much. So, in the game, it's just a spear. It's just like a little knife with a spear, like with a rope on it. That's all it is. That's why it's called the spear move. In the movie, they introduced it to be like a scorpion-like creature. I don't know why the creators of the game did not take this, because this would have made way more sense in the game. Like in the movie, it should have been practical and been a spear. In the game, it should be like this. Because
that makes sense.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, why? That was a good idea from the movie's point of view. But yeah, it's a scorpion-like creature in the movie.
Oh, okay. Because I can't remember. I have the first game for Super Nintendo, but I should have played it before. Maybe I'll play it after. I don't know. But Raiden comes down in a ball of lightning, and he's like, enough! You know it is incorrect for you to fight outside of the tournament. How dare you, Shang Tsung? I will tell the Emperor on you. And he's like, okay. And I have a little wraparound. Mortal Kombat is a martial arts tournament that is held once every generation between representatives of the realms of Earth and the otherworldly dimension of Outworld. If Outworld achieves 10 consecutive victories, the Outworld Emperor will invade and conquer the Earth realm. After Raiden tells them that story, he's like, it has begun. And then we cut to Shang Tsung and he's like, no, that's my line, bitch. It has begun. And then we get lightning and thunder. Ade Due Dumbala clouds.
It has begun.
And then we get to the island.
Okay.
And they drop them off 20 feet from the sand. And
it only seemed to be a problem for Johnny Cage and all his luggage.
Well, I mean, I don't don't know why Lou didn't at least have like a backpack or something. He had the
bag with the
wrap.
stick. I hate you. You've mentioned that before. Stop mentioning that thingy.
The running away from home bag.
What's in there?
Why he didn't have it?
What's in there?
I know why Sonya didn't have any clothes, but
Liu Kang,
damn,
because Liu Kang even went back to China and then went back to the tournament. So it was like, you in the same outfit. Where are you going?
I don't know, but we see terrible CGI. My goodness, this is one of the first movies that have CGI, I swear. Because we see a statue looking like the Gargoyles cartoon, and then it turns into the Sobe lizard from, remember that drink?
Wow.
You look good, man.
So we see Princess Katana, another Mortal Kombat character. She's just staring at everybody. It's literally just staring at everybody.
You hear the
and Reptile is guarding her, and Shang Tsung is like, keep an eye on her. I don't want her messing with my champions.
Telling the people secrets.
Yeah, but even like the synopsis that Raiden gave about what's going on isn't true, because though there were only 2 Mortal Kombat games when this movie came out, there are multiple realms. Like Outworld is not the only realm. Like Princess Katana is from Edenia.
But was that by Mortal Kombat 2, or was that further on? You got to keep in mind, only 2 games had come out.
Because the characters are from these, like Princess Katana is not from Outworld. She's from Edenia. That's what I'm saying. Like, these characters are from these different realms. So it's like, it's weird that they only use Outworld and that they only talk about
But was
Outworld.
the backstory written then?
Okay. I'm not... Yes, it had to be, because you can't get the characters because they're not all from the same place. Like, Outworld is one place.
Okay.
And, like, Scorpion's from the Netherrealm. Like, it didn't make sense that okay, but whatever. So they don't even make it clear that the tournament hasn't started yet until after a while, because the movie goes on for like 30 minutes before the tournament starts. So in the midst of that, though, you get all these demonstrations. So
no, you get them all crowded around having dinner,
which doesn't seem to be pleasant.
It's a lot. I'm pretty sure it's really cold. And then Shang Tsung comes down. He's like, let me give you a taste of what's to come. And he just flips the table, though. People were still eating. Like, what are we talking about? He flips the tables over, and Sub-Zero got to fight goon number 1. So Sub-Zero walks in, very slow, very calculated. He doesn't talk, does he?
No.
Why not? What would he say? What do you think he would say? Icy.
What? I don't know. I don't know.
What?
I don't know what the fuck he would say. I don't know.
You don't think he would say, because Scorpion says, get over here. What would he say?
Sub-Zero, he talks now in the games, but he didn't traditionally talk. It would just be some random Japanese words.
Was he the main? He was the main character in the newest one, right?
Yes, he was he was like the villain. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and his Diddy was Scorpion.
No.
Right?
No.
That wasn't his daddy. Wait,
they've never been brother. They've never been father and son. No, they're like enemies. Because Scorpion was told that he killed his wife. Like they've been in this feud.
I'm sorry. The new made up fake character's daddy was Scorpion.
Okay. I hate you so much.
Anyway, we get goon number 1, and he come up and he's
pissing me off. Pissing me.
Tell me how bad.
I was like, kill him immediately for the sake of all of us.
You ain't like that?
No.
See, I think one of the problems is they be warming up for too long. Like, all your energy is like, why are you warming up so hard? Just do a couple dynamic stretches. Swing your leg, do-si-do, kick it back, kick it forward, open up your hip flexors. All you need is like a couple of seconds, but they be actually doing karate moves during the warm-up before the fight. What are you doing? I'm exhausted. I'm tired already. But do it again. I like how it sounded.
That's what he was So after 20 minutes of him doing that, Sub-Zero has had time to turn the air into 0 degrees Celsius and throws an ice ball at him as he's about to actually fight him. And then he shatters.
Not 0 degrees Celsius. Kiss
He
my
shatters
ass.
into a million pieces, and he's dead.
32 degrees Fahrenheit.
So then the gang decides to go chasing after Shang Tsung because Sonya's
Oh wait, please, just give me 1 second. If you're there and you see and he literally freezes him to death, what would be your reaction?
We have to follow Shang Tsung. I don't know. It just like that's because no one really reacted. If you notice, nobody did.
No,
Everybody
I was so
okay.
like, wait, I needed better reaction.
Like a
I
scream,
needed
like
more.
oh my god. Because
like I know it's a PG-13, so of course there was no blood. They didn't have blood everywhere.
Yeah.
But damn, bitch, a reaction.
Because they make it for them to this be their first time, and for them to remember, Liu Kang didn't believe in the tournament. He didn't even believe that was really Raiden. So Sonya was just like, where's Kano? This is bullshit. And Johnny, what? He asking all these relevant questions because the most relevant question in the movie was, why didn't you say my brother Raiden? And then Raiden talking about, why didn't you?
I was in Las Vegas or whatever the hell Liu Kang was. Like, I wasn't in the outworld.
Like, why didn't
nobody came to pick me up on a boat? He did not call me. He didn't send me what'd you call it? Western Union? Yes, or whatever the hell. He didn't send me a telegram saying I'm about to go fight Shang Tsung. You want in? I didn't get that. Like, how was I to know?
Yeah, so this is their first time, and they didn't believe this 5 seconds ago. So the fact that no one screamed like oh my god, like, hey, do you guys see that? Like, what's going on? Nobody reacted. They were just like, oh, well, we got to follow Shang Tsung because he knows where Kano is, and that's where they go. They following Shang Tsung.
Well, before they get there, they see Toka and Razor's cousin Goro because I hated the way this looked. And we have a special guest coming to the stage. Hello, we have Sub-Zero.
You're just talking about him. What the fuck?
Wait.
This is why you can't give people standing links. Because what the fuck is happening right now? Call the police. What a BOOshakalaka 100th episode. Look, a new challenger has entered. Don't you used to hate that when you were like in the arcade and somebody pressed start? Like, why'd you do this? I'm almost done.
I would not miss this episode for the world. Episode 100 of the BOOshakalaka podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany, thank you. Phil John, thank you.
I'm about to fucking kick him off. Remove him. Remove him.
I can't stop laughing. I should have known he would come with a mic, but guess what? You were 5 minutes after that Sub-Zero fight. So we've moved on. We have just talked about Toka and Razor, aka Goro.
Okay.
And we now have
shadow.
Johnny. We see his shadow. We have Johnny, Sonya, and Lou investigating. And they come across all the leftover food that was knocked on the ground, and Kano is eating it. So
he was eating it so.
I don't.
They
like
made him so. They were great at making him so unlikable because he was pissing me off the way he was eating that chicken. And he's like, "Oh yeah, so you wanted them royalties, aren't you? You wanted them royalties, aren't you?" Like the worst. He's the worst Australian representative. And him and Goro.
Who's the best? Kylie Minogue.
Chris, I don't know Chris Hemsworth. All right.
I'm gonna go with Kylie.
So what are we doing here? Him and Goro are sitting there chatting, and they're getting us some tea. So basically, I mean, Goro's just like he's Prince, and Shang Tsung is a sorcerer, and he is to be feared. And they're going back and forth, and Goro doesn't like him, so he goes over and tries to intimidate him and make him pee on himself, which he does. He gets a little squirt of urine, and then Shang Tsung is like, "Hey, Kano is he is shitty and dirty and disgusting, but he is feared, so he is kind of like royalty in Earthrealm." And it's like, so like, don't kill him. And then the kids upstairs who eavesdropping, they dropping rocks and shit. You supposed to be a cop, Sonya, but you don't know how to make a covert getaway. And that's when Shang is like,
Where's
"Oh,
Kano?
we're not alone," and he sends the goon squad after them. And so this is when we Mortal Kombat.
And I
they
would
get-
like
Yes.
to say you were incorrect about the names in the song, baby. They do not mention those names that you mentioned. It says Raiden, Liu Kang, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Sonya, and whatever the last one was.
I
They
hate
only list the characters in the. You were like Melina, Kitana. No, wrong.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure. I just had Sub-Zero's brother over here to the right of us verify.
That's
That
correct.
Sub
He did
whatever the fuck.
Okay, he did have a brother. Okay, I'm
He
gonna
did
let her
have
slide.
a brother.
I'm gonna let her
What's his
slide
name?
because I
What was his
almost
name?
lost
Sub-1?
it. No,
Sub-1?
because like Sub-Zero, the original Sub-Zero dies and then becomes Noob Saibot.
So
And
it should
then-
be sub 32. That makes more sense.
And then his
Wow.
little
Think about
brother becomes Sub-Zero. You can tell because he has the scar, the red scar.
But yes, they fight the goons, and Raiden's like, now what are you gonna do about them? And then it's like they all waited for Raiden's cue, and they're like, like, no, let's not. And they're like, okay, well, I guess we'll just exit stage left. And
Mhm.
then we have Sonya's fight with Kano, and it is the slow motion fight I never wanted to see in my life. Why were they fighting so slow? Please tell me.
I don't know why she was fighting the way she was fighting. He was kicking her ass. She's like, girl, sit down somewhere. You are a cop. So yeah,
Wait,
they
how
have
cops supposed to fight?
better than that. But they
Okay.
their fight
Well,
is
she's like a special forces kind of cop.
yeah, like so
I would say.
yeah.
You the FBI?
Their fight
No.
fight is this sexually charged, perverted, ludicrous mess.
They were spitting on each other too. I
yeah.
didn't like it.
She does end
Yeah.
up trying to do her move from the game, but it's physically impossible, you guys.
What's her move from the game?
It's like it's when she gets like on her legs and then she reaches her like legs back and grabs you by the neck and then flings you forward. She's supposed to like split you in half. But it's physically impossible. So
Was that in the first game?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's not as good, but whatever. She but she just snaps his neck and he's dead.
Okay. Give me a break. Okay. But then
Liu
you know
Kang
what?
fights-
Move her aside. Move
Liu
her
Kang
aside.
fights
No,
a Jamaican.
No. Next is Johnny Cage and Scorpion.
No. Liu Kang
That's what I
fights
want to talk about.
a
Okay,
Jamaican.
he fights a Jamaican, another character that was not in any of these games. We could have got Baraka, we could have got Kentaro, anybody, but no, we want to get Jamaican number one.
Fun
Adam
fact
Jones.
about Jamaican number one.
Okay, what's that?
He actually played Jax in the Mortal Kombat live touring show back in the 90s.
I didn't know that was such a thing.
Yeah,
I can see that.
he was.
I mean,
He had
he
the body
was
for it.
fine. Like, I'm still trying to understand why Jack stayed in that hiding. Jack said, no, Sonya. I tried, but she went going back and telling the police chief, look, I tried to get her, but she ran in the smoke and I couldn't see shit. Smoke, another character they could have brought to this game. But let's move on. After him, we get the best fight, Johnny Cage versus Scorpion. He's just walking in the woods all
By himself.
lackadaisically. Like, what do...
The symmetrical woods, all those trees had a partner. I was like, what the hell is this? This is a meadow? Like, it just was okay, whatever.
And when I want to get ready to fight somebody, I too will do a cartwheel first before I
He did do a
enter.
cartwheel.
I
into
do.
The,
That
he
is
did do a cartwheel into the clearing.
I know two gymnastics moves. One is a cartwheel and one is a round off. I can do that. Let me know when it's time to fight. Just remind me, Tiffany, cartwheel first, and I will.
This
do
part
it.
pissed me off though.
A lot. So everything pisses you off.
Scorpion comes and he's like, get over here, and his little snake thing follows Johnny all throughout the forest. But then I guess he runs out of leverage and he's just like snapping at him.
Well, it's
but he's
probably
so
the
close.
length.
So why did you just move forward?
It's probably the length of like a colon.
But why didn't he just move forward? He just took 2 steps and then he would have killed him.
Why do you think that some undead netherrealm wraith has a I feel like that thing has unlimited length. They can just
I do too. But
And
as
he
we've
only
already
knows 4 words. So I mean,
but as we've already discussed, they don't talk about the other realms. They just talk about Outworld. So there is no nether realm. Anywho,
they don't talk about anything.
None of this movie makes sense. I mean,
no.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero cannot be in the same room not fighting. Here they're just goons.
Yes.
Well, they did mention that they're slaves to Shang Tsung. So I'm gonna assume he has them under some kind of Mortal Kombat spell.
Here's my question about the franchise. Up until this point, just like in general, the game's out, is the lore fully established? Because you know how like the first game
I don't think
out,
so.
Nobody knows what they just look like cool characters. The backstory isn't there yet.
When the characters won the game, it wasn't like Street Fighter. Like when Blanca won the game, it told you what he did with his life after.
Right.
When you won in Mortal Kombat, you just won. Like that
I don't
was
think we get a story until Mortal Kombat 2.
So Mortal Kombat 2 was out by the time this game came out. So Mortal Kombat 3 came out the same year this was released. So I'm gonna assume that the movie only took information from 1 and 2. Yes, correct. But anyway, let's go on. Yes, he's fighting Johnny Cage, and then they go into a bubble. I don't know.
They teleport,
and then they end up in hell.
Yes. Welcome.
Welcome. That's his get over here and welcome. Those are his
He said come
words.
here. He said come here too.
Oh no, he said get down here.
And he said come here. So
that's get over here.
Get over here, get down here. Come here. Okay, so what's that? 6 words? Excuse me. My bad. They fight. It's stupid, but I loved it. And he finds a jagged shield.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts slicing and dicing Scorpion. Scorpion starts spewing out lava. So, like, I mean, I'm going to assume anytime he's in a room, the room should heat up. Like, everybody should start sweating when he gets into a room. That would just make so much more sense, right?
Can we assume this is a portal into the nether realm?
Yes.
This random hell dimension?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Okay.
They're at Heliante. That's where they are. But he notices that he starts tick, 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 boom. And he's like, oh shit, he's about to explode. And he runs and he hides and Scorpion blows up. And then a signed photo of Johnny Cage slowly falls through the air and lands on the ground and starts burning up. Mm-hmm. I must know, where was the photo? There was not a wrinkle or a crease in sight.
He could have had it perfectly flat on his buttocks. He just pulled it out of his drawers.
Whoa.
Ready for
So you're saying Johnny Cage got pancake butt?
I don't know. I didn't see his behind this entire film, so I don't know.
Yeah,
where is this actor, by the way? I thought he was pretty good in this movie.
He was the dad in that Teen Wolf. The newer MTV Teen Wolf.
He was the dad
in that.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and we know. Yeah, and Sonya was in Adam Sandler's movie.
Oh, wasn't she?
Billy Matt.
She's a sister in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh yes, she sure was.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. Bitch.
Bridget Sampson, Pete Sampras,
Elsa, and she was also Nikki, not in Little Nicky, but in Billy Madison.
You just said that.
Oh, she's the teacher. Twice. Yeah.
And then we have Liu Kang and Kitana flirt fighting because they were just talking the whole time. Like,
yeah. I mean, now see, you talk about them not having the lore, but was Kitana in the first game? Because
no, she wasn't. That's what I'm saying. They could.
That?
I did mention the first 2 games that came out for this movie. Why didn't they grab those other characters instead of Art Lead, random guy with locks?
Well, I'm just
maybe
saying
it was in development for like a couple years beforehand.
I'm just saying that because Kitana and Liu Kang are in game, so I just thought it was very interesting how they knew that was in the lore, but nothing else was. But okay. Even though
but Shang Tsung gets pissed. He's like, you know what, y'all ain't fighting for real. Get off of my damn beach. Get out of here. And he just lets them go.
So
I would have said, no, you're gonna flirt fight to death.
During their flirt fighting, she tells him like basically a clue on how to win against Sub-Zero, which is his next fight. Which I think is interesting how he's the main one having to do all these fights and nobody else is. Like Sonya ain't fighting nobody. Johnny Cage only fought one person, so why does he have to fight 3 damn people?
Well, Johnny Cage fights 2, but yeah, she does tell him that, and then during the fight, he forgets everything she tells him.
And Sub-Zero is whooping his
sizzling. But then he has the moment and he's like, oh shit, Freddy died by fire, Jason by water. How can I use this? And he grabs a pail of water that just so happens to be there,
Raiden
throws
leaves
it
it
to
there.
Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero freezes, and then he kicks him to death. And
there's a lot of cheating.
That is
in
not
this
what
movie.
happened.
He doesn't kick him. He doesn't kick him, and Sub-Zero dies. Okay.
No, he just throws the ice, and he like it turns into like a shard, and then he gets on the wall, and then he freezes. That's it.
Well, mine sounded better.
No, it didn't.
Even didn't happen.
Okay.
Sounds amazing.
So after they're dead, Shang Tsung is like, all right, these bastards have won enough. Goro, enter the field. And so he summons him using the flute that Tommy plays in Power Rangers.
Go to hell.
And he comes out of the water like the Dragon Zord. And his first battle, though, is with Art Ling, random black martial artist who can do a split. And
back to what I was saying, I told him before you got here, Drew, that they be warming up too hard. Just a couple dynamic stretches is all you need. They be in there back flipping and doing the kicks that you need. You need that force when you actually do the fight. Art was warming up too hard.
Why? Okay. Up until this point, there have been 3 black characters. Was it intentional for them to just not acknowledge Jax as a fighter and just put Jax in this film in the tournament?
I totally would like to ask somebody why the hell wasn't Jax in
this was pre-armed Jax, right?
It was
this is pre-armed Jax
for the game.
Yeah. Well,
maybe
no.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
In the first game, he didn't have the metal arms, right?
Yeah. So,
he was not in the first game. He was in the second game.
Did he have the arms?
I think so.
Oh, well, then this makes no sense. Well,
I don't know why I remember
maybe they were saving
with him.
Well, Tiffany doesn't believe that they thought they were going to make a second one. So
I don't think that they thought they were going to make a second movie.
Then it makes no sense because in the second one, he's there and he has his arms. So I don't know.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have them in the beginning of the second movie. He gets them.
I mean, you only see.
Well,
him
we introduce him getting the arms,
right? But I'm saying he gets them. He doesn't have they try to give.
When you introduce him the character, he has them on his arms. It doesn't matter.
But guess what, baby? Art Ling got. Art Ling, he smashed when he did that finishing move when he came down on his shoulder. I said, "Oh no!"
But realistically, he should have. It shouldn't have been hard. Like they make it seem like it's very hard to fight Goro. In the movie, it looks very easy. Like he has 4 arms.
It wasn't easy to Art Ling.
Just calculating.
I mean, but here's the thing: if you're the first person to fight them, you don't know their moves. Everything is new to you. Like if you were the second person, like Johnny, he knew what to do. He knew. Johnny was the
15th person. He had killed.
But Johnny, you're right. Goon number 2 through 20. Goro got all of them. So anyway, Art dies. Shang Tsung comes up and he's like, "Your soul is mine." And then he takes his soul, and we're like, "Oh no, Art!" And Johnny and everybody's like screaming, like they've known
they do
Art
react to him dying.
Years.
They react to him dying, not Sub-Zero freezing somebody, but they react to Art Ling dying because it was close.
It was a lot. It was a lot. But yes, you're right. So
Johnny decides to he's gonna challenge Goro because he's like, "I gotta save you, Sonya. We've grown so close, and we're romantically involved now, even though we've had no interaction that suggests this." So
he's been flirting with her the whole movie, practically.
But she's been like, "Get the fuck out of my face!" Like she has.
I mean, the only other woman there is Kitana. They don't have any options.
That is fair because the other women did come very later. Okay, so that's fair. But there were more. There are more viable options for her, though. I'll say that. But
if you will.
So yeah, it's time to fight, and they're about to fight, and Raiden does do this thing where he tries to motivate them by telling them where they all suck, and I guess that inspires Johnny. So he comes in, he has his glasses on. Goro breaks his glasses. Those are $1,000 glasses. Fans of Mortal Kombat, that is still relevant till today, as well as this move is. So Johnny does a split and punches Goro in the nutsack. And his nuts hang low. Then they wobble to the flow. Do they? And so So Goro is like hurting, like ow. And Johnny runs up the mountain. They get into a mini scuffle, and then he knocks Goro off the side. Goro's hanging on, and he's like, "This is the part where you fall." A call back to what he says.
I wish they didn't make that noise in Mortal Kombat when they died.
No,
I'm sorry, guys. That was Street Fighter. My bad.
Yeah, but it's over.
Johnny Cage had the best fights in this movie. Period. I think there's an argument to be made there.
Lu's were good.
Yeah, Lu's
were good, but I think Johnny Cage had he had stronger opponents.
Yeah.
I think he had the best fights.
I
think they're better because Johnny doesn't say it like Liu Kang be doing a lot, like all the grunts and the sounds. Johnny Cage just be going. He just be going in. Like I'm a real martial artist. I don't have to.
He improvises with his environment.
Yeah.
He wore glasses to a fight.
Yeah, that
was hard.
That was hard. What are we doing? But Shang Tsung does what a lot of losers do. When they're losing, they just steal a woman to fight them instead. Like
saying it like that.
Oh damn! I forgot about Liu Kang's fight. Okay, this fight is pretty good. Okay, go on. This next one.
Yeah. And he just steals her
feels
to
like
Outworld.
He's gonna lose. So yeah, he takes her to Outworld. He kidnaps her. Now Raiden can't go to Outworld because he won't have his power there.
Raiden, pick up a stick, bitch.
And the fact that he does have one, he literally fights with a stick because he's a shot in the mouth.
The hat. What is it?
That's.
What's the name of it?
That's Damn it, Liu Kang's the descendant of him. Come on, who's the guy with the hat?
Kung Lao.
Yeah, Kung Lao.
Oh my god, I was so mad when he died in the new movie. He was fucking hot.
Yes, but he always is supposed to die because he's supposed to be like Liu Kang is really a descendant of him, so he's always supposed to die. He always dies in the first tournament. I mean, well, the next one he wins and then he dies.
That's part of his like.
Yeah, that's part of his lore.
Every multiverse he dies.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so they get over there to Outworld, and Johnny and Liu it notices. I don't know how he notices that Reptile is invisible and following them, but he notices. And he throws him into a statue and he becomes Reptile. I love that they included that in the movie. And great. He starts fighting Reptile. And Reptile sucks all of a sudden. Reptile will beat your ass. The fact that he was losing was pissing me off.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I even liked his mask in this movie. That was a nice touch. I was like, damn. Nice touch. They going hard.
He go Luke, and he's literally saying he grunting and loud and all this.
Why did he turn into Donnie Thornberry?
Right, it was just pissing. Like that's what I don't like about his fights. Like he's like, like just fight and just let us see the action or add it in later. I don't know, but yeah, he whipped Reptile ass. And he does his infamous bicycle kick, and then he loved it.
Did he know he could do that all along?
Okay, this is what we're not doing. He hadn't needed to use it before. If he would have used it on Sub-Zero, he would have been frozen. Shit. And he didn't want to use it on Katana because he would hit her breast. So, yeah. Reptile turns back into his animalistic form, and then he steps on the CGI because it sucked. And I don't know why they showed all those cockroaches and crickets and shit. This ain't the craft. I don't understand the point of that. Like the worms, that made no sense. Like those are not.
If he turned into a pile of snakes or something, okay.
Yeah, those are not reptiles. Those are
spiders. Yeah, I don't know.
Those are insects. Those are bug type Pokemon.
Why didn't he turn into reptiles?
But yeah. So they go walking on.
We get another backstory from Kitana. Hello, guys. I'm here to tell you the rest of the story. So we don't have to do any flashbacks. She reveals to them that Outworld was once a beautiful, peaceful place before the Emperor came in from a third realm and brought Outworld to ruin after winning 10 consecutive Mortal Kombat tournaments there. And then the adopted Kitana took the throne. He adopted Kitana to take the throne for himself. Mm-hmm. And we don't want him to take over Earth Realm. So she helps Lou and Johnny at this point.
She's a fucking liar is what she is.
Get inside the fortress.
What happens, but okay.
She helps, in part one it does. She helps them get into the fortress, and they have robes on. Oh my God, what a clever disguise.
Well, they're dressing like the robes of the people who work there.
Yeah, the monks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Kitana goes, Shang Tsung, you ain't shit. You ain't nothing. You ain't never gonna be nothing. Never was nothing. you know, you and the emperor got beef, blah 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 blah. So while she doing that, because you know he can't take it, Johnny and Lou, they sneaking in. They like, okay,
why is Sonya? Why did he change Sonya's clothes?
He made her like a damsel in distress.
Yeah, like
I didn't like that because she's been
barefoot
kick
dress.
Your ass.
He blew her hair out. Like what?
Milk maiden status. I didn't like that. I didn't like that when this 1995. I was 13. Or, no, I was 12. I didn't like it then.
Yeah.
Like what are we doing? What are we doing? And then he's like, okay, I challenge Sonya, and then doesn't Raiden say, "You loser"?
He says that before he takes her.
Oh, okay.
Before he takes her, he's like, "I challenge Sonya." He's like, "You're a coward." He's a coward. Yeah, and he is a coward because he knows he can beat her.
He tries to challenge Johnny Cage, and Lou is like, "Oh no, bitch, I need that. Come on, I need that." He's like, "Okay, but first, fight all these other people before me, so you can get tired, and then I can win."
What's that? It's the souls that the power of the 1,000 souls. Like, get the fuck out of here. That's not how that works. It's not how any of this works.
In Mortal Kombat 1995, it does.
So he beat all their asses, and then it's this long fight, and it gets psychological because he transforms into Shan, and he's like, "I'm your brother." Like, you know your brother is dead. I hate when they do this in movies. I know you're dead because the Western Union said, "Brother dead, come home."
Yeah, so I don't like it when they do that in movies either. I think the worst offensive use of that was Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child.
Oh no,
Dan. Jesus. she literally tells him, "Go run to Daddy. Daddy's dead." Have you guys seen that?
Yeah.
That was long ago. I don't remember it like off the top of my head. But the ones I hate the most are the zombie ones. This is why I hate the genre. Like,
wait. Okay, go. How does that work?
Wait, am I confusing myself? Hold on.
Are you confusing? You said the zombie.
Yeah.
One.
How would the zombie one work? We're talking about ghosts.
Yes, I'm sorry. They're in the zombie world. Everybody gets bitten. You know, when they get bitten, they turn into a zombie. And then their friend gets bitten. They're like, "Oh no, we can help them. They're not going to change."
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Do this. Okay. Like, you know, I understand. I kind of jumped it, but it's like, you know, this is wrong, and you know you shouldn't believe this, but you still are falling for it. So yes, kind of
like when Mekhi Phifer had the baby in Dawn of the Dead.
Yes.
We're going.
So that's why when it happens, I give both of you permission to take me out. Like, I'm giving you permission.
Yeah.
I'm giving you both permission to take me out should a zombie apocalypse happen. Because I don't have time. Like, I don't have time for I've been bitten, and no, like, no, I understand it hurts. Yeah. I understand it would hurt for you to be like, shit, I got to kill this person now. I don't have time for it. Kill me now.
No, naturally, give me a second. We've seen enough people transform. I can distract them for you. You know, I can be in the front lines. So if they bite me again, I'm good. You should at least jump on the grenade for them, and then they can stab you in the back of the head.
Sacrifice yourself.
Yes,
and just like,
I understand doing it immediately, but like, unless you're gonna change like within a minute, if it takes like 30 minutes to an hour, I'm gonna need you to be in the front, baby. I need you to help me out to make sure I get as far as I can. So yes, sorry I took this on the zombies. But yes, we're back at the fight.
Yeah,
he kills all the goons. He killed all the goons, and now it's time to fight Shang Tsung. To fight Shang Tsung. He hits him with the fireball.
I mean,
did he know? Did he know he had the power of the fireball?
Well, he had to know, because in these movies he had to look inside, and once you look inside and discover your true power, then you realize, just like in the second one when he realized
he turns into a fucking dragon out of nowhere.
So
where was that move?
That was Power Rangers. That was straight up fucking Power Rangers. How everybody turned into. I fucking hate that movie.
It's animality. So they did explain it though, and we have to give them that. In the second movie, they did explain that there's an animality. There's an animal inside you that you can turn into with terrible CGI.
What was the Indian man's name?
Nightwolf.
Of course, he turned into a fucking wolf.
Indigenous person, yes.
Yes, indigenous Indian. I mean, you know, I actually have been. No.
You've been to Oklahoma.
They're okay with the word Indian.
Some are. Okay.
Some of them.
It's like Indian is their nigga. If that helps.
Oh my god.
So yeah. I mean, no,
we're doing it, I guess. God damn.
I mean, realistically,
Jesus Christ.
Because they've said if you watch their videos on Instagram and stuff, they're like they've taken that word back.
I'm not laughing.
And you know what? I don't do whatever.
You get what I'm saying though? They've taken the word.
They need to do whatever they want to do because it is their right to do it.
Because their land. This land is their land.
Exactly.
This land is their land. From California to the New York Island.
Oh my god!
So they can call themselves whatever.
This land was made for them and them.
Because I know some have said they don't like the term Native American, but then some use it. So I just hey, you can call yourself whatever you want to do. It ain't my struggle, ain't my fight. But we be mating. Anywho,
yes. So he turns into the fireball, and then he says, "Pow!" and he kicks his ass. Oh, the fireball, and it knocks him off into the spikes. That I feel like he could have moved a little bit to the left, and he wouldn't have fallen on the spikes. So they weren't that.
It was right there. It was right there.
They were right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I thought this arena was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
They had the dragon, the spikes,
it was. This is where the budget went.
Yeah, the arena was pretty cool.
Yeah. Then he loses all his souls and it gets all gross and.
Well, no, it gets all sentimental because Chan comes out. He's like, "Hey, yeah, I know I shouldn't have went and fought him without you. I'm sorry about that.
You think?
So, all right, thank you for saving my soul. I'm gonna go lay down now." So he tells him to go in peace.
I'm about to go lay down. Yeah.
And Chan can rest.
Oh my god, not go.
He's resting now.
But I'm about to go lay down. It's crazy. Like that's literally insane. They should have kept that in the movie. They should have kept that.
He didn't say that.
I'm about to go lay down.
Well, guess what? Now we're done, and the weather is perfect. The sun is shining. The kids got some streamers, and everybody is skipped to Malou, my darling, all the way back to the monks, to the home of the monks.
Yeah, why did we go to China? Who said I wanted to go to China? Why didn't I go back to America?
The boat let them off wherever the boat let them off. Do you hear me? Okay. So, I mean, it entered into another fucking realm. It's going to take you first stop, last stop. Get off of here.
But it's cheap ass. They only had one coin.
Hello. We get to Earth realm and like I said, everybody and Raiden's like, "Where y'all been? I've been waiting on you." And they were like,
wait a second.
You knew.
Did we ever leave Earth realm to begin with other than Outworld?
That was it.
Where was the tournament? Like what
it was
area?
The tournament was in Outworld. Well, no.
I mean the tournament at the final
was
battle.
in China. Yeah.
Really?
Thailand. Maybe Thailand.
Okay.
Bangkok.
Okay.
It's Bangkok City.
Right.
It's the reason they don't call it Bangkok. Maybe it was.
You in Bangkok, sweetie. There's a reason they don't call it Bangkok.
Well, anyway, baby, it gets the Ide Due Dumbala clouds come in, and the Emperor is in the clouds. He's like, "You weak, pathetic fools! I come for your souls." And then Raiden, I don't think so.
I loved that as a kid. Yeah,
I did too because I thought they were about to start fighting, and then the movie went off, and I said, "Wait a minute!"
At least they pick it back up at the same part in the second.
Yeah, it got me hyped.
Unfortunately, they pick it back up.
It looks so bad too.
Fools, I've come for your souls.
I don't think so.
When they pick it back up, it looks terrible.
To be fair, at least they did. Okay, I'm not gonna do.
No, finish it. Go ahead.
I'm not because I was gonna say Goro, not Goro wasn't in the second one, but Shiva looked like her arms. They looked better than Goro's did in this one. Like it looked. Like
no, yeah, I agree. With that. She looked like Shiva.
Yeah.
Sometimes video games adaptation, sometimes when you do it too close to the source material, it doesn't look good. Like,
yeah,
I feel like sometimes the medium that it's from is where it needs to stay.
I think the only one that's actually been successful is Sonic. Honestly. I think Sonic is the only one. They say those movies are really good. I haven't seen any of them, but they say they're really good.
I'm talking about just like the costume appearance stuff.
We had to bully them for that. But
I mean, I will say the casting was great on Street Fighter. Everybody looked like the video game character.
Casting was great.
Everybody.
Yeah. This Street Fighter. I mean the new Street Fighter.
Oh, you mean the new one? Okay. Are you talking? Wait, what is 70? Are you talking about the 90s?
I'm talking about yeah, they look except for Guile. Everybody looked like their character.
I can't get down with that. If
Who didn't look like their character? Who didn't look like their character?
DJ.
Miguel did not look like his character.
All black people look alike.
But
what's my man? There was an indigenous character in that too. He did not look like
T-Hawk.
T-Hawk did not look like no motherfucking T-Hawk.
I think
maybe I'm just thinking about Chun-Li.
Okay, Chun-Li. Yeah, Honda
Bison isn't hard. Bison isn't
Rest
hard.
in peace, Raul Guya. But he didn't look like M. Bison.
I take it back. But yes, everybody.
Okay, so that is Mortal Kombat. I just want to give some backstory. So the reason Mortal Kombat had a sequel is because it cost $20 million and made $122 million. How? I have no fucking clue.
That's a lot of money.
I put $5 on that.
Well,
I definitely wouldn't. The reason it got Mortal Kombat in theaters.
Yeah,
the reason it got mixed reviews is because people were complaining that it wasn't as violent as the game was, which that's fair because it
was PG-13.
Yeah, but still, make it rated R. Let's go. Let's kick it. I mean, shit.
They want to sell toys. They had the cartoon at the time
too. Mortal Kombat toys? I don't recall that. They probably
definitely had Mortal Kombat.
They had Mortal Kombat toys, baby.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, toys. The TV show that he's talking about, it was like an
animated Defenders
TV
of the Realm.
I just remember it was like which is so crazy. I have been on a Tales from the Crypt kick, and I was like,
Jesus,
to like when they first started the comics up, and then how the censorship started. This is the reason why for juvenile delinquency. This and it just made me think like the people that were complaining about this were the same people that participated in trying to bring down the civil rights movement. They were the people pouring the milk on people in cafes. They were the people hitting people with water hoses. But you're mad because a comic book has something fake. Like I don't understand how people can't separate real life from fiction. Which is why I love horror, because it is fiction. I don't like real life massacres or serial killers. I don't like that. I like fiction because it's fake. But anyway.
Yeah. No, that's those are great points. I think
because they
horror,
started
fantasy, it's a way to decompress. Because I feel like the real world is more scary and horror than
the real world
we
is
watch.
Frightening.
Yeah, especially today. I think it was even in the 90s, Tiffany, they were still doing that whole Mortal Kombat's a violent game and it's gonna make the kids, which I mean, I guess they didn't work because they made Grand Theft Auto. But they were still talking about that. So I'm surprised that it lasted as long as it did. I mean, still
right. I mean, but they're trying to get back to it. So I guess we're just about to just hit in another loop. Purity culture is on the rise. But anyway, so that was Mortal Kombat, our rating system. 5 would watch annually. 4 would watch without bathroom breaks. 3 would watch and also scroll on my phone. 2 would fast forward to get to the end. And 1 would throw away the TV media, unsubscribe, it's out the window. I'm going to give this a 4. I enjoy this movie. I didn't have any problem rewatching it. I thought it was going to bother me. And then I was also like quoting it. Like I was surprised, especially I don't think so. And I hate the way that Raiden was. Why was he talking like that? What was that?
Yep.
I don't know, but that's why they replaced him.
Why was there not an Asian man? Anyway, let's move on. Oh, Bill, I mean, he was white in the second one. But anyway, let's move on. It's a 4 for me. I enjoy this movie. I recommend it to anybody. I do not recommend the second one, but if you want to laugh and joke, watch the second one. But the first one was good. There were a lot of missteps, a lot of things that could have been fixed, but I still enjoyed it, even as an adult. 12 and my age now, I still enjoy it. But yes, Pierre, what about you?
I'm gonna give it a 4 too, because I would give the second one a 5.
The second what?
The second Mortal Kombat movie.
What?
Annihilation?
The animated one. Okay.
No. Annihilation, the second Mortal Kombat movie, would get a 5. So this one gets
blasphemy.
A 4. You will be next. That one?
It's just so camp, and there are more characters. I'm sorry, y'all. Please forgive me.
Okay, thank you. All right, Drew, what about you?
I'm gonna give it a 3. I think originally I probably would have stuck with a 4, but this is starting to show its age. It's starting to show its age on me, and
it's because the reboot was so good.
the CG, it wasn't that good. I don't know if it was that good.
The CG was that good.
The CG was rough. Nice. No, I'm talking about this one.
Oh yeah, this one.
Still in this one, it wasn't that great. So I might get a little distracted while watching it. So I'm gonna go with a 3, but I think the overall story was good still. I thought the acting was fine, other than they were clearly trying to make this a funny movie, like a little comedy as well with Raiden and whatnot. But that kind of took me out. But no, this is a solid 3. It's still one of the best video game movies of all time. It's in the top 5 conversation. Definitely. Out of all video game movies, this is still in the top 5.
I think that Sonic and Mario would be over this. And
I didn't like Mario.
Well, are we talking about
no
all 3 Sonics? What are we?
I mean, I don't know. Have you seen the Sonic?
5 individual? Yes, I've seen them.
Are they good?
They are
I like
good.
The first one,
but they're not. I wouldn't say like all 3 are top 5 material.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying top 5. Every Resident Evil. Think of every possible video game movie.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't see Max Payne.
Okay. Go to hell. But I just looked at our list of the next reviews, and goddamn 47, we are reviewing Mortal Kombat Annihilation next. I don't know why it did it to us. I hate it. But guess what? I'll be back.
I'm gonna have a blast.
I'll be back to everything you say. I'm coming at. You will be next.
You know what's funny? You know what's hilarious?
I better laugh. Laugh.
How Mortal Kombat is gonna be on Max starting July 1st.
Oh my god, I was so mad.
Did you? Because it says it when you Google it. It says Max, and then you go and it's like July 1st, and I'm like, why are you playing with me?
But anyway, screw them. I hope you enjoyed this 100th episode. I can't believe it's been 100. Here's to 100 more. Thank you, Drew, for joining us. Thank you, Pierre, for supporting me, and thank me, Tiffany, for supporting you.
What the fuck? Okay,
I don't know.
I'll go with it.
Right?
Yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Where did you hide it, Dan? Please be sure to send us your requests at booshakalakapodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter X, BOOshakalakapod. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram at BOOshakalakapodcast.